right, welcome to another episode of the Courtside podcast. I'm your host, Fui.
And I'm your co-host, Brian Basu. What's up, everybody?
First thing we want to talk about is the post that was made on Courtside Basketball's Instagram today of the best handles at Courtside, top ball handlers. First of all, before we get into the list and talk about the players that were mentioned there, I want to ask you, because you know the game, you have a high IQ.
All right.
What is your definition of great handles on the basketball court?
Well, ball handling is a huge part of the game. I think when I hear ball handling, that means a person that could get by somebody, that could make plays for others, get in the paint, and really knows how to handle the rock and just not really not showboat, but they get the job done.
Yeah, to me, I think there's a big misconception in terms of what handles is. To me, the way I evaluate handles, what I think is effective, is not necessarily somebody that, does an and one mixtape, puts on a show through the legs, behind the back. There's a bunch of players that do that, and they don't get anywhere with it, right? So they're just dancing. They look good for camera, but are you really, an effective and efficient ball handler? Do you really have handles? I think yes. Obviously, that's part of it, having handles, the flashiness. But I think that you got to be able to get to spots on the floor you're trying to get to, being able to use ball screens, being able to just use your dribble to get to spots, either to create a shot for yourself or to create a shot for your teammate. So to me, that's what handles is. Obviously, there's players that do both. There's players that are able to create, are able to bring the ball up through pressure, all that, and be flashy. But I do think there's players on that list that you might say, this player doesn't have handles because you don't see him doing the behind the back, through the legs, step back, and all that. But they are very efficient at just handling the ball and getting to spots that they need to get to on the floor.
Absolutely. A couple guys on this list that stand out to me.
I can see by your little smirk you're about to disrespect me and a few others.
No. We'll get to you later, brother.
Okay.
I don't know how you ended up on this list. But one of my favorite ball handlers in the league is Jay Milo.
Yep.
A lot of people think that he over dribbles. A lot of people think that he's a ball hog, but this guy's handles. He crosses you up. He creates the space to get his shot off.
Right.
That's another thing, ball handling. You got to be able to make some space to get your shot off, to get people involved. Jay Milo's handles are probably one of the top in the league for sure. He could cross you up. He could do the and one stuff.
Yep.
And even before he dribbles, sometimes he does like the put the ball between the legs and he doesn't even dribble. And then he passes right by you. He's very deceptive. He's not in incredible shape, but it's very effective, bro.
Yeah. And I think the word you use, deceptive and crafty, like being able to, and handles is not only what you're able to do with your hands and where you're able to put the ball, but also how you're able to like shift your body weight or do little subtle movements to get somebody off balance. Like there's players in this league that are, another player on the list is Eddy Buckets, which will be on the show later on. Exclusive interview. First interview of the podcast will be with Eddy Buckets, so stay tuned for that. But Eddy Buckets is someone that he does all the flashy stuff, and he's super quick, but he's able to get to the right spots. But a lot of his stuff is like the herky-jerky with the upper body, with the hip, being able to shift his weight. The hezzies, shout out to Nesto, shout out to Frankie Garcia, two of the best in the league at the hesitation, and you know it's coming, but you still fall for it. You stand up a little bit, ooh, and then they're gone.
I understand Nesto because he's got a knockdown three. Frankie's not that good of an outside shooter, but everybody falls for it. And he goes right every time, and then he's just...
My pet peeve at Courtside, read the scouting report. Yeah. Every game is on YouTube Live. We got Instagram stories, Instagram highlights, guys that you've been playing for 5-6 seasons for years, and you still are guarding them the same way you would guard somebody else. You know what Frankie's going to do. Hezzy, go baseline, get to the basket and score.
Every time.
And they just let him get into it. Like, what are you watching? Are you adjusting? Read the scouting report. See what guys in the league do well and try to take it away. But it frustrates me. So many times I see guys get to the same move over and over. Like, how many times is KG going to stop in the paint on 2 feet? You're straight up. He's going to go, whoop, behind, fake, and they still start turning around like, dude, you know it's coming. And again, I'm no one to talk. I'm not a great defender, and my defensive abilities are on the decline.
Very low.
But I like just
you gotta be-
the
this
mental part of it. At
this
least I got that where I'm able to at least try to put players in or take away what they do over and over and over again. And then obviously you got players that have so many tricks in their bag that it's hard to guard. But the ones that just do the simple stuff. Anyways, yeah, like you said, Nesto, it is tough because he could hit the three.
Yeah.
But that hesitation is nasty because you got to keep your hand on top of the ball. You got to pause, make it look like you're going to shoot, and then go. And some people are just nasty at that. To me, Nesto and Frankie are the two
best Hezzies for sure.
best that I've seen.
This guy's one of my favorite players. I've been playing against him since high school. He's still balling, and he's doing it at the top division. Slim.
Yeah,
Slim has the nasty left to right, but he does like a stutter step.
Yeah, the AI long, the extra
He
wide
gets
crossover.
Everybody. He gets everybody, and that division has the best defenders, and he gets people night in and night out. He crosses people over. He gets the jumper
What
off.
about his teammate Leak?
Oh, my
He's
God.
like he reminds me of like a Kyrie Irving, effortless. The ball's on like a yo-yo, just a string. He's able to put it anywhere, and it's like
Coast
zero.
to coast. He does the quick change of speed, change of direction.
Yeah.
Like nothing. And then he finishes with the left. He doesn't even show an expression. That guy is very high level.
nasty
Another guy, I don't know if he's on the list, from Jenny's Pharmacy, the guy Matt, the little short guy.
Yeah, of course.
That guy is
Matt get buckets.
Wow.
Super quick.
Oh
and
my God. I saw him play versus Matter Elite one time.
Yeah.
That guy was going off. Very crafty.
He's
Gets in the
similar
paint.
to Eddie, where they have what seems like an unlimited amount of gas in the tank, and they can make these quick movements in one spot, and it's just unlimited. And you're like, how are these guys not tired? And they could just do it for a long period of time, 40 minutes straight of putting pressure on you with that quickness. And I don't know how their legs are not burning. I mean, I guess it's youth, but again, this list was not in any order. So, like, if we were to do a top 10, a top 20, there's a lot of guys that won't even make the list.
Yeah.
I think everybody, the way the committee did it was like anybody that is an efficient ball handler could do some moves. They made the preliminary list.
Yeah.
But we are going to rank them in order so we could really get feedback and see, like, who has the best of the best handles. The guys that impress me, and shout out to Sparv. Like, when you're like 6'4", 6'5", and you got handles,
That's hard.
like your hand to the floor, it's a lot further distance than these small guys, you know? So you really, that ball's got to come up, and you got smaller defenders on you. So that's definitely, impressive to me to see the taller guys with the handles. And then there's slower guys like the Jonathans that they're slower, but they got the subtle hezzy and the ball. So there's different types of effective and entertaining ball handling and having handles. Completely different styles, but I think people just being able to get the job done with ball handling is entertaining, and it's a skill for sure.
Absolutely, man. I want to ask you a question. Now that we're talking about ball handling, who was your favorite ball handler growing up, like watching? Like, who did you...
To me, it's always been, and shout out to this guy that I know somewhat on a personal level, and I won't get into the stories, but love this guy, Tim Hardaway Sr., the UTEP two-step, and again, a lot of respect and love for that guy personally, but as a player, you go back to his days at Golden State, and then in the Miami Heat, he's able to shift his way, and he's so strong and stocky, and just boom, boom, that killer crossover. To me, that was the nastiest to me. I think as I started to grow up, somebody that I liked that was slower, I just love the way they play, was Darren Williams when he was in Utah, playing with Carlos Boozer. Shout out to Carlos Boozer. He's been over here at Courtside as well. But Darren Williams, to me, was somebody that I would watch. Obviously there's White Chocolate, Jason Williams. We've played against him in adult leagues, even in his 40s when he retired. And what he was able to do is just incredible. Arroyo's another one that's played in this league, just has the ball on a string. There's been some really good ones, but to me, it was probably Hardaway that even in my playing career, like high school, college, I would always go on YouTube, watch his highlights. It was just nasty.
It was short, quick, effective. It wasn't like hot sauce or skip to my loo. It was bang, bang, explosive, create the space. And a lot of people don't really... Like, he was a big-time shooter, bro.
Oh, Tim
Hardaway
nasty
was a shooter.
Three-point shooter, yeah.
Nasty
and
shooter.
a dog from the Chicago hood, like, coming up.
That's a great. I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm glad you brought up the Golden State days. A lot of these youngsters, they don't know about
No, they don't.
the Run TMC.
Yeah.
Timmy with
Yeah.
Mullen and Mitch Richmond. That was disgusting.
For sure, man. I mean, I think there's guys in the 90s that were super, super overlooked in terms of the skill set. You always talk about guys being more skilled now, which I think they are. But you go back to those 90s, the tapes, you go on YouTube, do some research, and you see guys back then had nasty handles. So, I mean, there's just so many guys, now. Even you look at a guy like, to me, Kyrie Irving has the best handles of all time. It's just ridiculous what he's able to do. And then a guy that's able to build his handles, like, through work ethic was Steph Curry. I think he played more like a shooting guard college, and then little by little each year his handles just got better, and he does it in a different way than Kyrie does. But yeah, I mean, those guys, I'm sure we're missing a bunch. But
no, for sure. But when you have the ball on the string, it just opens up the game so much. You can get wherever you want on the floor, and that's honestly, it's right up there with shooting the ball. Like, that's one of the most important skills in this game. And then, yeah, you've named a lot of stars that I looked up to also, for sure.
I'm just a fan of, like, what drives me crazy as a coach is the over dribbling. There's guys in this league that have amazing handles, but it's like you're killing your team, you're killing the flow, you're not going anywhere with your dribble. Like, get rid of the ball. That type of situation. So the over dribbling, kind of, they lose points.
Yeah.
For me, but the guys that are super just efficient with it, flashy but efficient, that's the ultimate. But yeah, it's entertaining to watch.
You don't need to dribble 20-something times and you're in the same spot. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Shout out to a guy like Andre Miller, the guy that came to my mind. Because there's some guys in this league that are just effective ball handlers, like Andre, teammate, everything teeth. Really good ball handler, not super flashy, but will set his team up, will handle the ball through pressure. Like, guys like that, you also got to show love to them. As we move on to our second topic.
You all right there?
Yeah, I'm good. Most impressive teams.
Ooh.
Okay, most impressive teams. It could be, the turnaround that maybe they made this last week. It could be a game you saw that you're like, wow, that was impressive. It could be throughout the season. Most impressive team. My pick, okay, my number one pick, and we'll each pick three, is Injury Hub Elite in the Hoopers division, defending champs with, Eddy Buckets. They got Pat Smith.
A-Rod.
They got A-Rod. They got Suarez. They got, who are we missing? KG.
They got KG.
Yeah, that team, I was told by Eddy Buckets, we'll confirm when we have him on a little bit later, that team has won 10 games in a row from last season, that they went 8-0. I'm not sure if they went undefeated.
They went undefeated, I think so. I believe
I
so.
should know that. Check. That's on me. And then this season they started off dominant again. What I like about that team is you got guys, 6, 7 guys that are stars on their other teams, and they're able to come together in a higher division, Hoopers division, and play together and sacrifice. Like, they rarely, fight. There's good chemistry, the rotations, the way they sub. And it's a good group of guys on that squad for sure, man. That team.
For sure. They have everything. They have shooting. They got ball handlers. A-Rod down low with Suarez. Tough to stop. And what I respect most about that team, when you're the champ, everybody's coming at you.
Yeah.
And they're defending the title so far. Hopefully they can repeat. And they're representing the Injury Hub brand very well. I, myself, have an Injury Hub, but the Vets division.
Okay.
The one with Slim, Serge, and Jonathan.
Right.
That team is tough. They've never played together. Serge and John play a lot together. They haven't won, but they bring in a winner like Slim, and they're meshing. They're playing very well.
It hurts me that you bring up that team. Brings back flashbacks to 2 weeks ago when Brothers had a 15-point lead,
Terrible.
a 12-point lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and we blew it. We're able to go to OT, and then in OT, they came out. Jonathan hit a 3. Dame hit a 3.
Yeah,
and
Dame's really good.
Yeah.
And then I think they also have CJ Cook on that team. That he wears the jersey backwards. I think he's on that team also. But Dame Dollar is a great player. Serge this season has been balling.
Yeah.
His shot is definitely falling. If that team, usually him and Jonathan bump heads, they argue with each other. But if they can mature, and I think Slim is going to help them on that team. If they can keep their head together and play as one unit, they have a chance to win that division for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, That hurt. I don't know why you had to bring that up, man. That's a loss. Anytime you're up by that margin with such a short period of time and you blow it, it's just terrible.
Listen, we blew a game also, TFB 2.0. We were up like
Same situation.
10 versus against Ronas.
Well, a minute.
We blew it.
We blew it.
We got to close out better, bro.
Yeah, that's all it is. My second team, shout out to Up Tempo in the Vets Division, are undefeated. Up Tempo, man, they've been in this league for a minute. Always been a solid team. I think they've really, taken the next step in their team's development. Obviously, they added Sebastian Alderete.
Yeah.
Super, super good baller. Like, 6'3", strong as an ox, super athletic, but fundamental. That mid-range game is elite. The up and unders, catch and shoot. Super efficient player. Just... Man, I'm a huge fan of his game. And then you got Eric Mendia, which Eric Mendia has been playing amazing. All the teams he's been on have been having success, but good point guard, creates for other people. Just their whole team, and then their captains have come in and played a great role. I don't know if they're legit contenders or they're pretenders. We're yet to see, but I mean, shout out to them. They've done an amazing job the start of the season.
That's
they're
a
either
tough
3 or 4-0.
Yeah, that's a tough division.
And they're
for
really
sure.
balling, man. So shout out to them. The Clamp God too. I gotta give him a shout out. Been playing well. So yeah, Up Tempo's my second pick. Who you got?
That's a good pick. My most impressive team coming in the second spot, Skyforce Rec.
Wow. Yeah.
These guys are
Undefeated.
Undefeated. These guys blew out Pump Fake.
Yep.
These guys with Pump Fake were champs a long
A
time
couple
ago.
other solid teams
Yeah,
they've beaten.
solid
as well.
teams. They got a big kid, I think, from Palmetto.
Right.
That big skinny kid. He runs the floor, blocks shots, runs. They got Jordan.
Jordan Davis, the OG, coming in, and
They got size. They got the small guards that are really electric. They play hard. I think Yater, they call him Yayo. I think he's GM of the year so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's got multiple teams. He's got Skyforce C that has turned it around completely after going 0-3. They've won their last 2 games with Corey Gunn and Lester. They'll probably go in the playoffs. But yeah, the job that he's done with that team, they got a whole army. Like sometimes they show up with 9-10 guys, but everybody for the most part, they play their roles. They're like a cohesive
and they play
unit.
defense. They play defense. They pick up and they make it annoying. These guys are really tough to beat in a whole 40-minute game because they are young. They play hard.
Right.
So I think Skyforce has a chance to make some noise in the playoffs in the Rec.
I agree. My third team, and I hate to give you compliments and boost up your ego on the show, but I got to show respect to Everything Teeth. Undefeated so far. They're one of the top teams in Rec. Everybody knew it based on the roster that they built. But they're coming in and they're backing it up. I mean, they're not one of the younger teams in the division, but it's a very well put together team. I don't know if it was Omar Morel or you or Andre or a combination of everybody making the additions to the roster, but you guys are doing a really good job. You got Andre at the point guard position. You got solid role players that could play D and offense. Like you got Steve. That's the guy that's taking the majority of the shots, Mr. 101. Could definitely shoot the ball. You got veterans like Carter coming in and Camilo. You got a shooter like Beastu. It's a very well-constructed team. I think where you guys can face some challenges is playing a team like Skyforce. Very young, plays very fast. But, again, I mean, you guys got the IQ and the skill set to be able to do it. So that's my third team for most impressive.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the love. My last pick, undefeated in the C League. Well, we got to show the C League some love.
Of course.
Blue Ballers.
Yes.
They're balling. They
balling.
have a guard, Jarek. He's got the ball on a string. I don't
Yeah.
know if he was on the handles list. That kid could ball. He's good.
We got Adam.
They also have a young guy, Kevin. I don't know if he's played before, but he in transition.
Oh, yeah, Kevin graduated from South Miami.
That kid is
shout
good,
out to
bro.
the Cobras. Yeah. Kevin is good, man. Yeah, he's athletic, a finish.
He finishes good. And another guy that's on the most improved list, Henry. Henry has been balling in the C League. He's dropping threes, and he's talking that shit.
Yeah. No, shout out to Blue Ballers. For sure. Yeah, as I'm looking through the list and studying, I had seen them get some dubs, but I looked at them like, damn, this team has a legit shot. I looked at their roster, I looked at their wins, their point differential.
Yeah, they're
This team
good.
has a legit shot to win it all. Our next topic, most disappointing. Okay, we talked about the most impressive. We showed them love, and you know how we do at Courtside. We show love, but we also gotta expose you. Okay, most disappointing. I think this one's obvious. I'm sure it's on your list, but I'm gonna knock it out at number one. Lifestyle Miami. How do you go from an organization that we're at the top, champions? You got pro players on your team. You got it all, and it's just been a slow decline. The division's gotten better, but breaking news. Julian lost his temper, lost his cool. Julian's a friend of ours, graduated in 2009 like me, played against him in junior college, Broward College, Indian River, shout out to him. Baller, great dude off the court, lost it, got ejected, got thrown out of the league for things that we don't really want to speak about now. We want to keep the vibes up and positive, but we love Julian, but he's out, and Oscar Gomez, he got thrown out of the team. I do not know why. Wow. Eugene Gump got thrown out of the team as well. I'm not sure why.
Wow.
But man, those are like Oscar, Julian are two of their main core guys that have won championships. They're out, and then you have Gump that was more in and out, wasn't showing up to all the games, but he's a key piece to them. Got thrown out too. It's a complete catastrophic meltdown for Lifestyle Miami, and we're gonna see if they can regroup. We gave them the opportunity. Hoopers is one of the top division. You lost these guys. You can add some guys. That's fine. Can they regroup in that short period of time and compete against these Hoopers teams that are legit? I don't think so. Catastrophic meltdown for Lifestyle Miami, man.
The worst possible scenario happened. They're 0-3. They haven't won a game. They don't have anybody. Who are they gonna bring? Who knows? Hopefully they can mesh. They got to win out the rest of the season, and that division is very tough. I think this might be the biggest disappointment in the history of Courtside. From two-time champs to won't even make the playoffs. Guys, this is pretty bad, bro. What do you think about that?
Wow.
My most disappointing team so far, I'm going to go to the highest division because I had high expectations for these guys. Jenny's Pharmacy. These guys have not won a game. They were 0-3. They needed a big win yesterday. They lost yesterday to Injury Hub.
Blowout.
No. It wasn't a blowout. These guys were getting blown out by 20. They brought it back to 2 points, and Gump called a timeout with no timeouts remaining.
Oh, the Chris Webber.
He pulled a Chris Webber.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
I reffed the game.
I was sleeping by then.
They brought it back. They had a chance. If they would have got a stop, they could have tied or gone to overtime.
And he did the Chris Webber.
Called the Chris Webber.
Oh,
these guys shot 2 and the ball. The game was over, bro. They were missing Matt, the short guard, but they got Roman. They got Greg. They got Mello. A bunch of young stars. Yeah. They can't get a win, bro. Too much talent. Too much talent. I know it's a tough division, but you guys got enough power to get one victory, bro.
You want to know the problem that I have with them? Is not that they're losing games. You could come out. You're playing in the Ballers division. It's called Ballers for a reason. There's ballers. There's tough team. It's when you're losing and there's no fight. There's no dog. Yeah, they came back from 20. But even in the games previous, like you don't see guys really competing on both ends of the floor. Don't allow yourself to build a 20-point deficit. There's no like desire defensively or offensively to be like, yo, we got to come out and we got to get a dub. I don't see the dog in them that I've seen in the past.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't take it personal. Like they'll hit 2-3 threes in a row, and you got to D up, bro. Take it personal. You got to play some defense. You got to get some fouls going. I don't know, but they're fine when people score 50 and a half.
Yeah,
that's
Jonathan had 53.
Yeah, bro, and he was cooking. Gump, you got killed last night by Jonathan, bro, and he was talking shit, and Jonathan was answering back. 53 on your head, brother.
Yeah, the hot streak continues for Jonathan. 53 points
in the Ballers division.
But yeah, man, the Ballers division, we're going to change it to the Too Cool division. Yeah. Too many guys coming out like, oh, it's just Courtside, and we could just come and go through the motion. They don't mean nothing, this and that. Well, to some people, it means something. And if you don't show up, you're going to continue to get exposed. And you can laugh it off like, oh, but it's just Courtside, and I play pro, and I play D1 and D2 and D3 and D4. Well, nobody cares. When you step on the court, compete. Because a lot of guys out here are making themselves look bad, like suckers, like not wanting to compete. No heart, no dog. Like that is the disappointing part.
Stay home, bro. Stay home because you're getting exposed. And if you can't win, you're a loser. That's it.
My next pick for most disappointing team, and this is a little bit of a curveball because I'm not disappointed about their play on the court. I'm disappointed about their approach and mentality coming into the season, and that's J&P Ballers in the C-League. Bringing in a guy that's dunking Euro step behind the back to the C-League. You've seen the Flyers. You've seen what C-League was last season. You see what we promote and how we make it happen. And yes, he got thrown out 3 games in. We understand that. We got a lot of work to do. We're not perfect, and we're trying to catch everything. He eventually got thrown out of the division. So your approach is, let's jump in the C-League, right? Oh, we see what the C-League is. Let's jump in. Hey, I got the perfect idea. Let's put our squad of boys together. Instead of us going and competing, us laying it out on the line, us going as boys, as C-League players, and going and earning a championship. No. Let's recruit Buddy that's two-hand dunk. Shout out to first season in the league. That's why I don't know the name off the top of my head. Maybe you do.
I don't know either.
He's a baller, man. He dropped 30-something in rec. Shout out to him. Love that guy. Plays with heart. Plays with passion. J&P Ballers, you're going to bring that dude to the C-League. That's the ring that you want. You're bringing a ringer. You're bringing a sandbag. No, you earn it. Put in the work. Go to the park. Run your sprints. Put up the shot. Play with heart, and you earn the ring. Don't bring this in.
I'll play
disappointing.
Anybody. I'll play anybody. You're taller than me, bigger than me. I don't care. I want to show what I got. But I'm not going to go down in a division that's supposed to be
it great.
Average Joe's like a couch potato. You're not gonna. Come on, bro. What are you doing? You're dunking 2 hands. Go to Ballers. Let me see what you got. Go to Hoopers. Don't go even in rec. Like, you know what I'm saying? But C-League.
Where's the heart at, man? Where are the dogs?
No.
Where's the heart?
I know where that guy's heart is. It's nowhere to be found. If you're in the C-League and you're that good,
and it's not even my take. Is he just got picked up, never been in the league. Okay, I'll show up, I'll ball, I'll hoop, whether it's cardio, whatever the case may be. He's just showing up and playing. The GM, I'm going to show up, and I'm going to bring this guy. That to you is what winning is. That to you is what overcoming and some type of, like, obstacle. And I want to climb that. Okay, this is how I'm going to win. Like, that to me is whack. But I'm not going to bash him yet. JMP Ballers. Got rid of him. There was no fight back. They said, okay, it's cool. Let's see what they got. Can they perform and continue to win without him? Let's see.
One thing I never understood, you're giving up your minutes for someone else. Like, play on my team, take my minutes, and win the game for us. No, you get in the game. You win. Show me what you got. Don't be getting these guys that don't belong. That's not cool, bro. So my second pick, most depressing, disappointing teams is...
So you're adding the depressing to the disappointing.
Yeah, this is disappointing.
So it's a double D.
Double D, depressing. How does Sosa Bop and all these guys from Lee Roofing and Hoopers, they can't win a game?
They got their point guard, good point guard with the long hair. I call him the Courtside Tarzan. I'm not sure his name. He's new to the league. Crafty guy. They got Sebastian. They got Sosa. They got
Sosa and Sebastian. That's enough to win games, bro. You can't win a game. That's not. They're both champions. Sebastian won one with Exotic. Sosa won one with TFB back in the days. They're proven, but they got to mesh. They got to play together. Ray and Hendrick, they got to step up. I don't understand, bro. That's
no excuse. And that's a winning organization. And I know they haven't completed the ultimate goal, which is to win a championship. But Lee Roofing, respect to them. They're always in the top divisions, Ballers. Now they have Hoopers, Ballers, Hoopers, and they put together a solid squad, and they do it the right way. And that's a winning franchise. And I think my prediction is that they're going to win a championship in the Ballers division. It's my prediction, and it's not a popular like Ballers is stacked. But that's my pick. Lee Roofing is going to get over the hump. They're going to make it happen, and they're going to get ringed. But Hoopers, those guys got to step up, or if not,
you can't. You got to win one game. You got to win. You can't just be losers out here with all that talent. That's unacceptable, bro.
Unacceptable. Now, let's get, and we're very excited to do this, it's the Fui versus Besu first ever draft, okay? These are the rules to the draft. Only in the rec division, we're each going to pick our dream team in rec.
5 players?
6 players.
6. So 4
starters, And
subs.
2 guys coming off the bench. Okay, look, he's bringing out his notes. He's bringing out
Yeah,
his
there's a lot
cheat
of good
sheet.
players.
He was preparing way too late.
Lot of
I've
good
been
players.
preparing for this.
Right.
Last night, taking notes, staying up late. I've been prepared for this. This guy's coming up now with the little cheat sheet last minute. He thinks it's going to work. That's fine with him. These are the rules, okay? We're each going to have 6 players alternating. I'm going to pick a player. He's going to pick a player. I'll pick a player. He picks a player. Until we get 6. Only in the rec division, we're going to construct a winning team, a team that we think will win. Once we each have our team, we are going to make a post on Instagram, Fui's rec team, Besu's rec team, which team is better, and you guys are going to vote. Based on the vote is how we determine a winner, okay? The loser needs to take the winner to our favorite spot, Toro Loco.
Yes, the
Toro
best.
Loco, okay?
best place
On
right
you. Because I got, and again, this isn't the best 6 players. It's the best team. So put on your GM cap. I got it on. I'm ready. I got a strategy. So let's see. Now,
Okay, rock, paper, scissors. 1 shot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. 1. No 2 out of 3. Whoever
Just
wins,
1.
first pick.
ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Boom. I go first. I'm
I
gonna.
suck at that game. I have the
Yeah,
worst.
no,
Listen,
I've
no,
never
for real,
lost.
for real.
I've never
I have
lost.
the lowest win percentage of rock paper scissors out of anybody.
I've never lost that rock, paper, scissors.
First pick, and you can
First
use your cheat sheet.
pick.
All right, I'm gonna use mine too.
Okay, first pick of the draft. I'm gonna go with Sparv.
Hey,
Go. That's big baller.
No,
big
no,
handles,
that's a tough
A lot
pick.
of buckets.
Yeah, I had him. I had him here.
Let's see what you got.
My first pick of the season 12 rec Fui versus Besu draft.
Okay.
I am going to select with my first pick, Eddy Buckets.
I was gonna get him too. Obviously, that guy is one of the best. He dropped 50 the other day in a losing game, but 50 points. That's a very good pick. Number 2, we spoke about this guy a little bit earlier. He's in the Hoopers division. I don't even know. There's too many guys in
Damn,
this.
I know who you got.
There's too many guys in the Hoopers
know
division
who
that are
you
playing
got.
rec. I'm going with
Alex.
Sebastian. I'm going with Sebastian, the one that's that plays on Lee Roofing with Sosa.
Yeah, I
So-
hoop Sebastian
so-
Alvarez.
so
That's a really good pick.
I got Sebastian
You got
and
size.
Sparv. I got 2 big guards. So let's see what you got, brother. I'm gonna beat you. You didn't think I was going there. No, he's done. He's
no,
done.
I have
guys.
him on my list.
He's done. He's done.
With my second pick, I'm gonna go with Bully Suarez.
Oh man, I forgot he's on.
Oh man, because you didn't do your study, buddy.
You got me. You got me. You got
Wait,
me.
no, you got a solid team.
So you got Eddie and you
We
got
got Bully.
Suarez.
All right.
Okay. 5'9" and 5'8". Okay.
That's fine.
I got tall, I got big boys. Now I'm gonna go with a guy that could set everybody up. I think he's one of the best point guards.
Stop trying to look at my sheet.
No, I'm not looking.
All right.
I'm gonna beat you, brother. Don't worry about it. I'm going with KG, the champion. I'm going with champions only. Okay? So I got Sparv, I got Sebastian, and KG. I got size. You better get to work, buddy. Look at him. Look at him.
With my third pick, I got Eddie. I got Bully. And don't start changing it now. Oh, Bully, I heard the comment, 5'9". Because you just said he's one of the best bigs in the league.
So he's amazing.
Okay.
I won a championship. with him, brother.
Okay.
But I'm saying he's the only one down there.
Right.
You need
Okay,
to
that's
get
fine.
some
And
help.
I got Eddie, the ultimate playmaker, arguably the best player in the league. So that's who I got. With my third pick, I'm going to add some size at the forward position. Guy that's a bucket. Older in years, but unstoppable. Unstoppable.
I think you got my guy, bro.
Courtside Dirk.
Oh, very good pick.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you haven't picked none of my guys.
What?
That's a very good pick. And I thought you were going to get my guy because my guy is older in years. He's a baller. He's a bucket. And he's a champion. Okay, brother? And you don't even have him. J.C.
Yeah, I got him right here.
Flores.
Yeah.
That's a
He ain't Dirk, though.
I know.
I love JC.
But
He ain't Dirk, though.
He's 6'3",
Yeah,
Marv
yeah.
6'3", Sebastian 6'3",
That's fine.
and KG. I got 4.
Good luck guarding Eddie, buddy.
All right, that's fine. I got
And I
two
got the
guys
bully,
left.
and I got Dirk.
I got 2 guys left.
That's fine.
That's very fine.
Nobody, no one's scared yet because you're acting like people are
Don't worry
scared.
about it. Don't worry about it.
So I got Eddie coming down the court. I'm trying to visualize this. And I got Bully down low. And then at the wing, I got Dirk. I think we need to add a 3-point threat.
Ooh.
Okay?
All right. Stop
I
looking.
think we need a guy that's a 3-point threat. I think we need a guy that can score in bunches. And I think we need a guy that has a dog in him. So I think this, and I don't know who's going to start, but.
Me? Are you going to pick me?
Hell no. I'm going to go with Drayton Gerald.
Oh, he's in rec?
Oh, he's been in rec. You got to do your homework.
Yeah,
so I got Eddie, I got Drayton Gerald, I got Bully, I got Courtside Dirk. I'm
Yo,
looking good.
That's a nasty team.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to the reserves, the subs. I need Buckets coming off the bench. This guy was actually my student back in the days. He's a bucket.
Kev.
Booker T. Washington, Kevin Sanchez, big buckets, and he's a dog. That boy ain't scared of nobody. So I'm picking up Kevin Sanchez. That's my boy from way back in the days. I still got one more pick. Let's see who you got.
These 2 picks are going to be based on what our team needs, okay?
All right.
We need defense. We need that X factor. We need the guy that could do 3 and D. That's the ultimate dog, ultimate competitor, ultimate winner.
All right.
And I love this guy. I love his game. One of my favorite players in the league. Coming off the bench. Perfect. I'm going to go with the champ, Abraham Eastman.
Ooh. Damn.
Tell me that's not a perfect role player for the squad.
That guy's awesome, bro. And in the playoffs, he steps up. That
Super clutch.
Super clutch. All divisions, everywhere he plays, he produces. So that's
I'm not
a
gonna
very
ask you again. Don't look at my phone and
All
my
right,
cheat
my
sheet,
bad, my bad,
because
my
if it comes out on the thing, you deduct
You're right,
point.
You're right. No, I'm on camera. My fault. Okay, this is my last pick. So I got size. Let's go over our picks
Too
one more
much
time
size.
in case people forgot. I got Sparv. I got Sebastian. I got KG. I got JC Flores.
Super slow team.
Slow, right? Okay.
Super
I got
slow.
Kevin Sanchez. And then I got the finals MVP. The finals MVP by the name of Trey for East Havana dropped 30 points in the championship game.
You lack ball handling.
D's up.
For you guys voting out there, he lacks ball handling. Just take that into consideration.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Marvilio, ball handler.
all right, but
Sebastian, ball handling. JC, ball handling. Don't try to convince and try to get these people to vote for you. Let them do their job. Trey picks up full court, big shot maker, handles the rock, and is not soft in the big moments.
Can we go 8?
No way. You're getting scared. Guys, he's getting scared.
No, I'm not going
Yes,
scared,
you
but
are.
I'm
You want
leaving
more players.
I'm leaving somebody off
All
that I
right,
really
too
wanted
bad.
to add
So
and
get
show him
him.
love. No,
Get
because I
him.
can't pick him over this other guy.
Yeah, because I won. Thank
No,
you.
you didn't. This is going to be my 6th pick.
Go
and
ahead.
I'm going to have to go. This is going to blow you out of the water. This guy's a baller in the top division, wins ballers, balls out, this and that. Now rec has changed where we allow some ballers. That's why he's in. Wasn't allowed in the past. This guy's really, really good. Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, that guy's a beast, bro.
Super good.
He's a beast. He's in rec.
Yes.
Yeah, I
he
don't
plays
know.
for injury prone. I got Eddy Buckets. I got Alex Rodriguez, Courtside Dirk, Drayton Gerald. I got Suarez and Eastman. You're not beating that team. You're crazy.
That's a
and I
very
just want to
tough
shout
team.
him out because I had him here, and if I needed the big, it's just Alex is better than him. But I was going to pick Nasir Rodriguez, which is a big man on Sage mode. I love that guy's game.
Ooh,
The
Nene.
big. Yeah, dude.
Tyler
big.
Perry?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Tyler
that guy's
Perry.
Nasty. Shout out to Tyler Perry.
Big guy.
He knocked us out of the playoffs.
No, he would have been a great addition.
Unguardable.
I don't think he's as talented as anybody that
but
we
he's-
named,
he's
but that would have been a great. Adolfo Diaz is another guy. If I needed to add some veteran experience,
But I think 6 is
no,
good.
no, 6 is good. I clearly won that. Honestly, I won
bro,
that.
listen.
Clearly, we let the people vote, but
yeah,
I
that's
clearly
fine.
won.
But just when,
Can I get the churraco?
bro, I just want picanha and some maduros and we're good.
But can I? It includes a drink. drink too? I can have a drink.
I'll give you some of mine for sure.
I can have a drink.
I got you.
Or
bro.
what? Is there a limit?
You're
to what
paying. You
can
get whatever you want.
All right. I'll get an appetizer, a drink, and an entree. That's fair.
Bro,
so
I'll give you
pay.
some tostones,
All
aguacate,
right. All right.
whatever
Perfect.
you want.
I won that easy.
Yeah,
Very
bro.
easy.
Look, we're gonna post this. We're gonna give how many days for the people to vote, because or the comments. We're gonna go
It's
based
so
on comments.
easy. You're gonna see it and just so easily just Fui's team. It's so easy. So 2 days I think is enough.
I have champions, brother. How many
What do
champs
I
you
have?
How many
Eddie
people?
Buckets, super champion.
Super champ.
Alex Rodriguez,
Champ.
super champion.
Suarez,
Eastman,
champ.
Eastman
yeah.
champ.
Yeah.
Who else do I
It's a
got?
champions
Dre
versus
and Gerald,
champions.
super champ. Holy Smokes at the top, Team PR at the bottom, Legends champ, everything. The only one that I don't have as a champ is Courtside Dirk, but he better fall in line or he's gonna be benched.
Yeah.
This
I
is
got all
cutthroat.
champs. I got all champs.
My team is being your team.
except
And
Sparks.
if this is a debate and it continues to go and
No,
back
no,
and
no,
forth,
no, no.
we're gonna line them up.
$100.
We're gonna line. No,
$100.
we'll
Put
line
100.
them up. I
Put
coach
a-
my team. You coach your team.
And $100.
$100.
$100. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm that confident.
Team Besu versus Team Fui. Let us know who you got. Champions versus champions in the
All right, let's
rec.
get Eddy Buckets on here.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome to the Courtside Podcast the one and only, the champ, arguably, and I wish we could go back and check the numbers. I'm sure there's a way we can. He believes, and I believe, I think we all believe, that he has the most points in Courtside history. He's got to. But we like to welcome you to the podcast, Eddy Buckets.
Hello, happy to be here. Happy to be the first guest on the show. I do think I am the leading scorer in Courtside history.
He's got to be, because
I
he
haven't-
plays every season. He
Yeah.
plays what?
Multiple
3-4
teams.
teams. And you were here since the season that we had at True North, which I believe was season
Like 5 or something like
I've
that.
No.
been here
Eight?
since season 3.
3. Yes, sir.
First season.
10 seasons.
10 seasons, 4 teams, and this guy drops 30 every game
Yeah.
at least.
And
He
most
averages 30.
importantly, he advances in the playoffs. When people are fishing,
Damn,
he's
that's a
still
good
cooking.
point.
So he's got 20 more
Wow,
games than
they're
everybody.
fishing. He's cooking. We got to get an Eddy Bucket shirt. I'm
Fishing? I'm
no,
cooking.
I'm cooking. You're fishing. Damn, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Eddy Buckets, welcome to the show, man. Eddy is somebody I've known. How old are you now, Eddy?
I'm 24 now.
24 years old. Eddy, I started working with and training when he was going into his senior year at Miami Springs High School. Legend at Miami Springs High School and in the Miami Springs community. But to see his growth as a basketball player, for those of you that haven't seen him play, which I'm sure everybody has, highlight reel, the handles, the herky-jerky, quick steps, step-back threes, could get to the basket, could do it all. Balls at the top division, wins championships there. Now he's playing in rec, doing the same thing. It's impossible to guard Eddy Buckets straight
Not
up.
only is he the leading scorer in the history of the league, he's got the most game winners, the clutchest guy we've ever seen in this league.
For those of you hating and asking why we always show love to Eddy, this, and that, we do not show love to Eddy. We're showing love to his accomplishments. And if you come out here and you prove it and you get the job done, we're going to show love. And that's just the reality of the situation. This man's resume speaks for himself. Eddy, what age did you start playing basketball?
Like, seriously?
Yeah, like serious.
The first time I played, like, competitive was probably 8th grade.
Wow.
8th grade, Miami Springs, varsity. That was my first competitive.
So before that, what would you do? Just play at the parks or?
I played different sports, soccer, football. Basketball, I played, like, rec league, but it wasn't, like, it was just, like, a sport to pass time.
Right. So it's just like a seasonal, like everybody's playing basketball. All right, I'll jump in the league and play.
Exactly, yeah. I played soccer for a while. I played football. I thought that was, like, the sport I was going to be in. Then basketball, like, 8th grade was, like,
Were you
fell in love with it.
Were you averaging 30 in 8th grade, or
Nah,
did you
no,
kind of
man.
suck?
I was a
or-
starting point guard, but not, like,
What school was this? A school or a park? Or?
yeah, Miami Springs Middle School. That's where I played. I met Jack McClinton my 8th grade year, and that's when he kind of like opened up to me, and he's like, "Yo, you're the best player at this camp." And he told me that in 8th grade, and I feel like that pushed me in high school and even in college. And those words
crazy
meant
story.
a lot. Yeah.
That's
And
cool,
then
bro.
Jack McClinton, shout out to him. Jack's first game at Courtside last season, he played against you. So everything comes back full circle. But that's impressive, man. With your skill set, you didn't start playing till 8th grade competitively. So after Jack gave you those words of affirmation that really made you believe that you're, a baller, what happened like in your work ethic? Like you started just working on your game individually, or like what changed?
Oh yeah, I was working out after that 2-3 times a day. I was going on YouTube. I was searching up drills because I didn't really have a trainer back then. Like kids now have a trainers for anything, but I was just going on YouTube, working out 2-3 times a day. Then I got to high school. worked even harder. Yeah, just pretty much working out all the time.
Did you play travel ball growing up? AAU?
Technically, no, but I played for Team Pete.
Shout out to Pete.
I know a lot of
That's my
people
boy.
know
I
Team
love that
Pete,
guy.
but that's travel ball. I only played with him. We went to a couple different tournaments, like in Florida. We went to Georgia, but nothing really.
That's dope. That's
like
dope.
the circuit, no.
Sure. And then Eddie, so you played at Miami Springs. Talk a little bit about your career at Miami Springs High School, which Miami Springs isn't known as like a powerhouse basketball program in terms of, winning state or regionals or things like that. But you stayed at your home school. Like, I'm sure you could have gone and had the opportunity to maybe go to other schools or transfer or look for an opportunity. But you stayed right there in the neighborhood and you played at Miami Springs. What was your experience there?
I want to say starting off it was rough because I was on JV. They had a really good squad. I played a year and a half of JV, more like 2 years of JV. So I didn't really come on the scene of varsity until like my junior year. But once I got there, I started every game. We won districts my junior year, the only team to do it out of 2 teams. 2005 with T.Y. Hilton and them, and then us 2016 with Sebastian and Raydell and Jesus. But yeah, after that, my senior year was more of like a scoring season. I averaged 22. We didn't win as much games, but I was able to highlight my game, and I worked real hard, and I showed like all aspects of my game. My 3-point percentage went up. Everything went up. Free throw percentage, all my numbers went up. We just weren't winning as much games, but collectively as a group, I want to say that 2016 team is probably one of the best teams to play for Miami Springs.
Nice.
Yeah, man, and a lot of guys that play now at Courtside were on that team. You guys got to bring back, and I know you've done different variations with like Demon Time and now I Hoop, but we would love to see like a Miami Springs team, only guys that were on that team, and you guys come, and if you could win districts, and then what, like 6, 5 to 7, 8 years later, you come and now you win Courtside. I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So have you guys thought about doing that, putting together a Courtside team of just like Springs, like just that squad?
Yeah, we have, but you know how it is. Sometimes people get unorganized and
the
for
sure,
dates and the money and all that.
Right.
But we've definitely talked about it. Demon Time is like they kind of organize everything. They get everyone together and they do it. But we've definitely talked about it. We should make like a 2016 Miami Springs team.
That'll be awesome.
Imagine him, Jesus was on that team.
Yeah.
Sebastian was on that team.
Sebastian. Then we'd probably have to add Diego. I don't know if you know Diego.
Yeah,
Plays
Diego.
up tempo. He was
Diego
on that
good
team
too.
too.
For sure. solid.
I
reffed
They'll be
that
solid
team.
in C League. No, they'll be a good C League.
Yeah, they could win.
No,
Bro.
for real? What's the all right? So what division would that be in?
That's a Hoopers.
Hoopers.
That's Hoopers.
Hoopers.
Yeah, you don't think so?
What?
I don't know. This season is a little different. I'm not gonna lie. This
Jesus is
season, the
nasty.
sandbagging's crazy on all levels.
I mean, it could be vets. Yeah, it could be vets.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it'll just be fun to see these guys. I reffed Reed High School since 2009, so I got a chance to ref these guys. That team was nasty, bro. And then I never seen Eddie before. When I reffed him, I was like, damn, this kid is pretty nasty, bro. I've never really seen Miami Springs have that type of talent. These guys were blowing people out. They had good fans. Their coach was a really good player back in the days. So I've known about Eddie for a long time. I'm glad he's here at Courtside. I'm glad you're able to keep dropping buckets. You're in good shape. I think you should be playing overseas somewhere, bro. Where are you from?
Like Heritage?
Yeah.
My mom's from Honduras.
Honduras, and your dad?
El Salvador. They don't really.
I think you could play pro somewhere, bro, because
I'm sure Honduras probably has a professional league. I don't know if you should look into that, especially if you have citizenship. You're easier to get your foot in the door. I mean, you just have to connect with the right person, an agent or something. But I mean, at your age, man, you're super young. You go and experience it, and even if it's not a lot of money to start, I mean, I think it'll be a hell of an experience. And it's seasonal. Like maybe you go play 2-3 months and then come back down. So there's different ways to make that happen for sure. And then can you talk a little bit about you ended up going to the next level and playing collegiately too? How was your experience there?
It was a lot of up and downs. I played at Maryville College in Tennessee under Coach Raul Placeres.
Yes, sir. Miami guy.
Yeah, we got off on the wrong foot, but I mean, I worked through everything. I ended up playing a couple games for Maryville. I started, and things didn't work the way I wanted it to, but it was a good experience.
I think people don't know how tough it is to play college basketball. And when I say, like, it's not necessarily like, oh, competition. It's more like just a daily grind of like the everyday waking up early, and you got study hall, and you got practice, and you got conditioning, and it's just so like mentally exhausting and frustrating, and you might not get minutes right away, but you think you're better than the guy in front, but he's a senior. You're a fresh. There's so many variations that mentally just make it so tough.
Yeah, it was tough. There is, you got 5 a.m. practice, then you got study hall, then you got 3 classes in between, and you want to put up shots after that, and then you got a 3-hour practice. It was a lot, and then that's like a daily thing. So it was a lot. Things weren't like, I had things promised to me that didn't happen, but then I came back, worked, and showed that I was one of the best players on the team. He told me I was going into my sophomore season, and I was the second team point guard. So
do you still have eligibility, or do you still want to play college ball? Because I know some guys, when they get to a certain age, they're like, man, I'm done. That's it. It was what it was. I mean, like, do you still want to play?
No, college ball, I think I'm
that's
done
it,
with
you're
college
done?
ball, yeah. I don't want to be 25, a junior.
Yeah.
I said, I'll hang it up.
Yeah. I feel you. I never got a chance to play college basketball. I wish I did. But I did become a college referee, and I would see all the work that these guys are putting in, and I'm like, damn, I don't know if I would have lasted, bro, to be honest. To do 5 a.m.s, to do all these practices and study, get a degree, like that's
college basketball is tough. I definitely, my 2 years there, I've seen, I want to say at least 10 to 12 guys quit the team. Like, it's not worth their time. They rather focus on their major and make money, and they just quit.
For sure.
So Eddie, let me ask you a question. So you're on 3 teams?
I'm on 4.
4 teams, okay? Yeah. So you're playing in the rec division with the Miracle Leaf. You're playing with Injury Hub, 2 teams, and we spoke earlier about the Injury Hub Hoopers team, which you said you guys are 10-0. We still haven't.
I believe we're 10-0. I think we went 8-0 last season.
Last season with the championship, and then this season they've gotten off to a hot start. What would you say briefly? Obviously, you don't want to go too much detail, but what team would you say has the best chance besides the Injury Hub Hoopers? We all know that's one of the favorites. What other team do you think has the best chance to be able to win a championship?
Lee Roofing, without a doubt.
Lee Roofing in the Ballers division. I just said that, and you looked at me like I was crazy.
No, I didn't. They went to the championship last year.
You looked and you said, really?
No, I never said that.
Thank God this is on video and we could go back. I said this is a year that Lee Roofing, they've gone to championships before. This is a year that they get over that hump and actually win the Ballers championship. That's what I said, and you looked at me like I was crazy. I played against them yesterday.
And they beat you. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but the combination of Eddy Buckets with Henry, and then they got big.
We could go back to the comments on Instagram. I said him and Henry are one of the best backcourts we've ever seen here. And Jack McClinton even said something, and I said, "Yo, let's play. Like, set the game up." This guy,
I gotta verify
that. I've been backing this guy up, and Henry is one of my favorite players. Also, they can't be stopped. Do you guys still have Sam on that team?
Yeah, we do. He missed last game.
If they get Sam,
they got Sebastian on the Ballers team. They got Sam. They got the other big dude. What's his name? I can never. Focus. Is that really his name?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's his
name. Focus. Man, Focus is a beast on the offensive glass. That dude's relentless for real.
That guy hustles.
Yeah, hustles, bro. Good guy. Doesn't argue with the refs. Doesn't argue with his teammates. Gets rebounds. Was hitting threes. Like.
Yeah, he's a good plug-in player for us. I feel like someone that's not selfish, does everything we need him to do, plays super hard. I feel like he's a key piece to our team.
For sure. That kid is good, bro. I expect these 2 guys, I know for a long time, they gotta give you more. Ray and Hendrick, they gotta produce a little bit. Those minutes.
Hendrick has been hitting threes though. Yesterday he hit 3 threes.
But he's gotta D up, and then Ray D's up, but he's gotta hit shots. So they gotta just do the complete package. You know what I'm saying? I know they're capable. They're good ballers. They're players. They're in a tough division. But if you're gonna sign up, you gotta be able to produce.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. Eddie, who's the toughest player? You can name a few. Toughest player that you've gone head-to-head with. So not necessarily that you were only guarding him, but then you're going on the other side, and then you're going like, what are some epic battles or some players that you look at and you say, damn, that was either an epic battle or that player like really, really shocked me. Besides the times that I've had 30-something points on you. Don't include me. Besides me. I did it
On
on
one
one
foot.
foot.
One
Yeah,
foot.
yeah.
That was
that-
nasty.
That was like your best performance ever, though.
yeah, but hey, it was.
I played
perform-
good defense on half those shots.
Yeah, I got the footage. No,
But when-
I look at it
when
every
he's
night.
hot, it's hard
I
to
look at it
stop,
every
bro.
night.
Bro, but the one leg was ridiculous. He had
Yeah,
like
that
two
was
one-leg
crazy.
threes just.
No, he had a
That's
bum
what I do.
ankle, and that's when you guys had you were on
That
Exotic.
was exotic.
right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
exotic.
bro. No, that team was really good. I'm surprised Exotic stopped
Shout out to Zuvi. He'll be back.
the dynasty. They're a dynasty, bro. That team, that
We were close
organization.
to the what was the ring requirement, the championship requirement?
How many was it? 3?
3 or 4.
Three
I
or
don't
4?
know.
I forgot. But with the same roster, we'll
Yeah.
verify. But yeah, you are super close.
That
Yeah,
team
exotic was
nasty.
close.
Yeah,
It
for
was
sure.
you. It was you, Stick, Sebastian. Who else was on that team?
Pookie, big Pookie. I don't know. If you
Oh,
yeah,
Big
big
Pookie,
lefty.
then blue hair.
Yeah,
Oh, Terrence.
Terrence
yeah,
was a
Terrence.
beast as well. And then you had Zuvi. Zuvi's a bucket,
Zuvi's one of the
elite
best
shooter.
ballers I've seen out here.
That's the best GM in courtside history.
Yo.
Bro, I need Zuvi to come out. Zuvi,
Zuvi,
bring
come
your
back,
talents
brother.
to the C League. And I'm not
Oh.
disrespecting you
Yo,
because I know you're a busy man and you got your stuff going on. I need you in the C League because you got that stroke like Steph Curry. I need you on a team where he's attempting 20,
Yeah,
25
exactly.
shots.
40
bro.
minutes a game.
We need
40
that.
minutes a game and just jacking him
Yo,
up.
he
We
would
need
be-
that.
He would be
Zuvi.
perfect for the Z.
Of course he will.
Hell yeah. Yo,
Z
Zuvi,
League. We'll
come
even
back,
change
bro.
it to the Z League.
The Z League.
Come on, Zuvi.
Come
Bring
through.
it back. Exotic C League with Zuvi. That's
Yeah,
must see
that'll be tough.
TV.
So who's that? Who's that guy? Who's that matchup that you've had that's always that stood out to you, bro?
I'm gonna. D Hill is probably that matchup that
Yeah.
he always like. I never know what I'm gonna get out of him. He's just. I feel like he's lit me up a lot of times. Like he's got the best out of me, but he's just someone that I feel like you can't like stay in front of. He's too quick. He can shoot from 30 feet out. He's definitely the toughest cover here I've had at courtside. Then
He had one season that was like historic where he was balling. Like the one season that they won with Ballers Classic,
Classic.
that he averaged like every game he was cooking, he had game winners. Like that's the best. That's like the peak that I've seen him at. That season, he was
And he's got good defense too, bro.
what? Can't get by that guy.
Yeah, he's fast as hell. He shoots, and bro, Derek Hill's another guy, bro. That guy played Division I basketball. That's like
Played at FIU, led the conference, the Sun Belt Conference at the time, assists and steals, playing under Isaiah Thomas. They
Yeah.
didn't want to give him a scholarship, so transferred over to Division II, Barry University, and was an All-American. And
Yeah,
I know because I
D-Hill.
played against him. I was at Palm
D-Hill.
Beach Atlantic. He was in our conference.
yeah,
Bro,
respected
yeah, that
D-Hill.
guy's
He's a baller. He's
nasty.
like 5'10", 5'11", but he plays huge, bro.
Yeah,
Respect
no,
to that
that's
guy.
hard.
I got a question for you, Eddie. We did a draft right before you got here. 6 players. You and 5 of your best teammates. You got to create the best team in the
Wow, he put
in
you on the spot, but you better answer it.
in
Don't
the
back-
best, in the highest division. You and 5 more guys.
Listen,
to go-
Eddie, it doesn't need to be the 5 best players you play with. It's got to be the best
The best team. Who makes the
So
best?
maybe you-
around me, like
Around-
Yeah, like around you.
You
Like
and
you
5
could
more
have,
guys.
a big, maybe I need a shooter, maybe I need that. What's your team? And we're going to end on that.
Because
And we
he's played with a lot of
a
stars.
lot of guys.
He's a champion
A lot
in
of guys.
multiple
He's done a lot of
divisions.
teams. It's kind of hard.
So you gotta
But think
bro.
about it.
Think
Think
about
about
it.
it. We
Give
got
me
all day.
5 of the best ballers to create a team that you've played with, bro. I'm interested in hearing. I got
That's
some
an
players. but
excellent question. You're becoming an elite level podcaster.
That's right.
Look,
This
he's
is tough.
stunned.
This is tough. Yeah, I don't really know. I would say me, Henry. I like Henry because he makes it easier off the ball.
That's a great pick. He's he passes the
He's
ball.
nasty.
Yeah, he makes my life easier. Say me, Henry, Sebastian, Pookie. What, I have 2 more?
2 more. You, Henry, Sebastian,
Sebastian
Pookie.
Pookie. Wow. Okay.
That guy was
Pookie
good.
was really good. The only thing is he didn't have a motor. Like he'll get tired quick. Or
Yeah, but he could shoot. He could
There
rebound.
was
He's
times
lefty.
where Pookie was getting a block. He would come down the court, hit you with like a in and out cross, finish
Yeah,
at the
bro.
rim.
no, if Pookie got an elite level shape, he'll be the best player in the league at that time.
Yeah,
I
he
could
was
say the
nasty.
same thing about Sam. I think I would put Sam on my team.
Yeah.
5.
Wow.
Cool.
Sam and Pookie.
That's a good one.
Sam
And to
Pookie.
win it, I like Sean Fox. I only played 2 games with him, but I
Really?
think he's elite, bro. I think
Which was that one?
He plays on Lee Roofing as well. Ballers. Is he gonna continue to play or?
I haven't heard anything, but I think that would be a good team.
Wow.
Sean.
Okay.
Who's that guy?
Sean Fox played 2 games. This is his first season at Courtside. Played on the Ballers team. I could show you a picture. 6'6", 6'4",
Like
maybe
6'4".
6'4", black dude, dreads.
Damn.
Good
I'm
good
surprised I
baller,
don't know.
but plays on the perimeter as well.
He played like college somewhere. I saw his page. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
Or he's like
No,
a
he
pro
was-
player or something like that. He's good though. He's
One
real
of my
good.
favorite players that he played with you. I believe you won a championship with him, and he's in the Raptors for sure, bro. Dwayne James.
Yeah, Dwayne played on
That was a great team.
Lee Roofing,
It
ballers
was,
as
it was
well.
you, Sosa, Dwayne, and TF and Jeff, I think, right?
No,
Yeah.
not Jeff.
Yeah,
Who was-
Jeff.
yeah, it was
Jeff was
Jeff.
on
That
TFB
team
when
was
we won.
nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, on TFB.
Yeah.
Okay, I
And,
thought you were talking about Lee
Who
Roofing.
else too? What's his name? I forget his name now. LaFleur. We had LaFleur on.
Oh,
the
Mike LaFleur.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike LaFleur. Holy smokes, champ. What's up, boy?
Yes, sir. All right, man. Eddie, thank you for joining us. You're definitely going to be a regular on the pod because you're a natural. You should get into some type of broadcasting or whatever the case may be. You're a lot better at it than I anticipated. But shout out to our fans all over the world. Singapore. Shout out to the Virgin Islands. We've
Puerto
been getting a lot of
Rico,
love.
everybody,
Puerto
shout out
Rico,
to
the
everybody.
following because of Team PR and Bosillo and Nicky Jam and all them. We got a big following. And shout out to Brother Kabuza,
Oh,
Ronald Eddy
from Uganda, baby.
from Uganda. Shout out to you, Brother Kabuza, Ronald Eddy. We're trying to bring him down here to the Westchester area and Courtside. He's coming all the way from Uganda, but he is a big-time
and
supporter.
now we got some fans from Honduras, you said?
Yep.
And El Salvador.
Yep.
We got to get you to
Worldwide.
play at least a season pro. You
Let's
got to
get
do
it.
it while you're young and you're balling. One of the best ballers in Courtside history, Eddy Buckets. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Peace.
Peace out.